Hello everyone, welcome to IAS with Arihant. The student, as you know, every day at 9 p.m. we are discussing about the Indian polity, and this session is going to be very important for any examination, whether you're preparing for a state PSC examination and whether you're preparing for any UPSC examination. So students, what you find, this session is based on a book that is specially published by Arihant, and as I told you, this session contains a very unique information. So this is based, means this session is based on this book that is called as Prelims Possible, and here we are going to discuss the today's chapter, that will be the state legislature and the chief minister and governor of the state. So session is going to be very interactive, very important, so stay tuned in the session and let's begin the session without wasting time. But as I told you, this session is based on a book that is specially published by Arihant. And see students, this book has a very unique feature. This book is divided into chapters, and that chapter is divided into topic, and there is a topic based mind map. Along with that, students, there will be MCQ based on topic, and this is based on the previous year question paper. And what you find, students, there is a very great explanation for each and every question. Along with that, there is a knowledge plus for the typical question, and there is a 3500 plus previous year question bullet that is going to help you for the quick revision purpose, students. So this book is going to be important. Go with the book and enjoy the book for your successful journey. Okay everyone, so as I told you, today we are going to start with the state executive, and this is chapter number 16 of this book, students. And here we are going to discuss about the state executive. So we already discussed about the union. So union is mentioned under part 5 of Indian Constitution, and this article from 52 to 151. This range is basically for the union. So under the union, there are union executive, union legislature, as well as judiciary is also there. Basically the judiciary is here, the Supreme Court. And union executive, it contains means article 52 to 78. Who are the executives? So they are basically taking important role in the implementation of the rules and regulation. So what you find, students, union executive contain president, vice president, council of minister plus prime minister. Along with that, students, attorney general of India will be the part of the union executive. Then we discuss about the union legislature. That is starting with the article 79 of the Indian Constitution. It is mentioning about there is a parliament, and parliament is consist of 3 houses, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and President of India. Including that, students, we already discussed different type of parliamentary function, and we already discussed about the committees. Committees are very important for the examination. There is one question in each and every examination, okay, from these chapters. And then judiciary is remain, but yes, we will discuss about the judiciary also. Okay everyone, so this is about the union. And in our Indian Constitution, we have 2 type of structure. We have state and we have union territories. So state is included under part 6 of the Indian Constitution, and union territories is included under part 8 of the Indian Constitution, students. Okay. State has article basically from 152 to 237. Okay, and then part 8 is about the union territories, and that contain article from 239 to 242. So this is going to be important, very important, very easy for the examination, students. And students, as I told you already, as union is divided into executive, legislature, judiciary, in the same format, students, state is also divided. If we talk about the state executive, okay, these are the very favorite question for any one day or you can say the state PSC examination. So state executive also contain governor. So we all know we don't have a vice governor concept, and then there will be the council of minister and chief minister of state. Along with that, student, there will be advocate general of state, or you can say AGS. Okay, so as in the center there is the attorney general of India. In the same format, students, under article 165 of Indian Constitution, there is a advocate general of India, students. So we are going to discuss each and everything in a very systematic way, but first we'll discuss about the governor of state, students. So before entering into the concept, I like to mention two very important things, students. See, as we have president, so president is the head of the country, okay, all the function, all the work done on the name of president. Student, we have the union concept. Now union is divided into state, and these are these states are made by the union, okay. Why? For the better administration. So now students, union created a state, and for that purpose union also has a independent government. Now what you find, students, basically union is headed by the President of India. Now to take care of the state, he required a person who must inform about the state activities, how state government is functioning. So for that purpose, it is better if president is going to choose a person and he appointed as governor, and he will be a connecting link between the president and state government. Now this person may be chosen by two ways. May in America, in American system, like he is elected. In the Canadian system, he is nominated. Now there is a question ki which method we must follow. So let's suppose this governor is going to be elected, students. Now, so if I got elected by the common people, then I'm going to be an independent person. You will say, yes sir, you are going to act independently. I'm not going to responsible and accountable to anyone. Maybe the limitation is there, but yes, I'm going to be more free. In that case, may governor is not going to inform about the President of India, what is going in the state. In the same format, students, let's suppose governor is elected and state government, basically the chief minister and council of ministers, they also this council of ministers, they are the member of the legislative assembly of the state. So in that case, students, they are also elected. So there will be a conflict between the governor and chief minister for the supremacy. So that's why we just left the American method of the governor election. We opted the Canadian system where governor is appointed by the President of India. So let's suppose if I'm going to appoint someone, means that appointed person will be accountable and responsible towards me. Yes or no? If you're going to appoint someone, he will be your or you can say subordinate. So what you are means what is important function you will assign him, he or she is going to definitely do. So that's why the governor of India is not elected in India, he is appointed. So conflict can be, you can say we can skip the conflict. Okay, Arvind. So now just come to the thing, as basically center has president and he is the head of the union. In the same format, students, constitutionally state has a head named as governor, but he is appointed. And students, there was a case under that Supreme Court in 1979 says that governor is an independent constitutional office. It is not the subordinate. Basically, you can't say ki, governor is the basically this he is functioning for the President of India. It is a constitutional office. Okay, so under the means in 1979 Supreme Court clarified it. Okay, now just take the introduction. So as we already discussed, he is the constitutional head of the state government, and students, he is nominated. So nominated by whom? By the President of India. So if someone going to be nominated, so and means the tenure is not fixed. Let's suppose if tenure is not fixed, in that case, whenever the president want means basically what the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers want. Okay, at that time any person can be removed from the office of the governor. So in that case, this post, this governor post is on the mercy of, on the pleasure of the President of India, students. Now if we talk about, he is the head of a state executive. Now we have some articles related to it. Article 153 of the Indian Constitution, it is mentioning about the state governor. Okay, so there shall be a state governor. Student, here one important thing I like to mention. If we see the original constitution here, it was written in this format. in each state there shall be a governor. Okay, but as you know, there was a 7th Constitutional Amendment Act that was done in 1956. Under this, the concept of Part 7, where the 4 states are divided into 4 types, it was dropped and we adopted 2 types of structure. One is state and another is union territory. So what you find, students, here, basically by the state government, basically by the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, it says that a governor can be governor for more than one state. A simultaneous time, same time, he can be appointed as a governor for more than one state. Okay, and he can be governor for a state also, a union territory also. Okay, easy. Now, Article 154, as we already discussed about the President of India, all the executive function is done on the name of the President of India. In state, all the executive function is done on the name of the governor, students. Article 155 is about the appointment of governor. So, governor is appointed by President of India. Okay, and to whom President of India appoint a governor? Who fulfilling the qualification, and basically it is done by the recommendation of the Council of Ministers. Okay, in the center, students. Article 156 about the term of office. Okay, so for how many time? So maximum for 5 years in normal condition, but it is up to pleasure of President of India, students. Article 157 is for the eligibility for appointment as a governor. So what is the eligibility, what is the qualification to be the governor of a state? Students, he must be a citizen of India, any part of India. Along with that, he must completed the age of 35 years, not holding any office of profit under the government of India, and students qualified to be an elected member of state legislative, only qualified. Okay, everyone. Then Article 158 is about the condition for office governor. Article 159, see, these articles are important because sometime in state PSC they are giving question to match the following. So we will discuss these also once we see this MCQ section, where you will find that how it is designed. Okay, everyone. Article 176 about the special address to the Legislative Assembly. As President addressing the House, he also addressing the House, students. Appointment under Article 155 of Indian Constitution. It is done by the President of India on the recommendation of Council of Ministers. Term of office of governor. So he hold office during the pleasure of President, students. Very important. Okay, very important. Anyone can be removed from this office anytime on the will of President of India. The term of governor is prescribed as for 5 years in normal condition. He can resignation at any time to the President of India. So let's suppose he want to give resignation, to whom he will give resignation? To the President of India. And students, no impeachment procedure for governor. So there is no impeachment procedure as as for the President of India. Now, what are the executive power he has? So all executive action is done on the name of the governor of the state. Make rule and operation for the government, means state government, function, distribute different type of work to the ministries, appointment of the chief minister, council of minister, and can dismiss minister including the chief minister. Okay, act as a chancellor of state university, very important, because in Tamil Nadu it was in conflict, in Kerala it was in conflict. Okay, appoint other officials. Okay, he has judicial power also. As we know, the president has judicial power under Article 72 of the Indian Constitution. In the same format, students, governor also contain a provision for the judicial review under Article 161 of the Indian Constitution, students. Very important. And what type of judicial power he has? He can grant pardon, respite, reprieve, remission, remit, conduct sentences of the convict. But there are two things. See, condition is there. He don't have power to basically he don't have power to interfere in capital punishment. Capital punishment means death sentence. Along with that, students, basically in court martial. So these are the special power of the President of India. He has legislative power. As we all know, the President till the time he is not going to sign over a bill, that bill is not going to be converted as act. In the same format, this basically the bill of the Legislative Assembly, it became act only if President, basically the Governor is going to give assent on that. But students, there is another condition also. He can reserve a bill under Article 200 of Indian Constitution. He can reserve a bill for the President reconsideration. Now it is matter for the President. So that's why this was in news, because Kerala's State Legislative Assembly bill are reserved by Muhammad Arif Khan, who is the Governor of the Kerala, for the President reconsideration. So it was in Supreme Court also. Okay, so dissolve Legislative Assembly on the recommendation of Chief Minister and allow legal proceeding against the former or incumbent Chief Minister involved in any alleged activities. I hope you all getting it. Anybody have any doubt? Now students, we are going to do MCQs, and these MCQs previously asked in the different examination, students. Okay, so let me arrange myself so it will be more easy for you to conduct it. Getting it? Now, so first question is you have who is the constitutional head of the state, students? Constitutional head. Okay, constitutional head of state. So we all know, if we talk about union, who is the head? So two type of head will be here. One is called as real. So real is basically Prime Minister. But if we talk about constitutional or nominal, so who is he? Basically he is the Governor of, he is basically the President of India for union. But constitutional state head of state government, once again constitutional head, real head will be Chief Minister of the state, and nominal or constitutional is basically the President, the Governor of the state. Okay, so what you find, students, Governor will be the constitutional head, but real head is the Chief Minister of the state, student. So that's why they written very clearly here is a constitutional head, means according to constitution, who is the head of the state government, students. Getting it? Now students, here some important data and point we can discuss, like the Chief Minister is appointed by Governor of the state if he or she means able to prove majority in the Legislative Assembly. Okay, a Speaker is going to be chosen as in the Union, and the State High Court judge are appointed or appointment by the President of India. Appointment by the President of India, but oath and affirmation, it is by Governor of state. Okay, so this is important. Just take it and just remember the data for the examination. So Governor of the means Governor is the constitutional, or you can say executive head of the state government. Okay, so under Article 154 of Indian Constitution it is mentioned. And one very important thing, students, basically Governor, as I told you, Governor is sent by whom? So Governor is sent by President. So President is the person who is sending Governor to state. Now another important thing, this basically Governor is sometimes considered as agent of center. Okay, agent of center means he is appointed by President, so he will inform president connected with the state, means about all type of matter what is going in the state students. A very good evening, Shraddha. Okay everyone, now see the next question. Governor of a state is an integral part of the. Governor of a state is integral part of the. It was in Assam PSC 2014 students. He is the part of the state cabinet, he is the part of the parliament, he is the part of a state legislature, or is the part of the public service commission. Now students, state cabinet is consist of council of minister and chief minister of the state. And what you find students, he will be not part of the cabinet. Parliament is mentioned under Article 79 of the Indian Constitution, and where Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and President will be the part of that. So he is not part of that same students. Now if we talk about the state legislature, state legislature is consist of governor of the state, along with that students, legislative assembly, and if legislative council is there, then legislative council is also part of the same thing. I hope you are getting it. So basically the right answer will be answer number C. Okay, we already discussed under Article 79 is about the parliament, means union legislature, and for state legislature is also there. I hope you all getting it. So now governor of the state is a part of, integral part of state legislature, and we all know governor act as a nominal head of the state, and the real power lies in the hand of the chief minister of the state. So governor of the state of India have to function at state level as president is doing at the center level students. So governor possesses executive, legislative, judicial, financial, these type of power as president of India have. Okay everyone, now see the question number 3. Executive power of the state is bestowed governor by which of the following article of Indian Constitution? So see students, we already discussed about the article. Article 152 is mentioning about the a definition of state. Okay, Article 153 is mentioning about the there shall be a governor for state. Okay, Article 154 is about the executive power. Okay, Article 155 is about, it is for the you can say simply, it is contain provision like for the appointment of governor. So there will be provision who is going to appoint the governor of a state students. I hope you all getting it. Anybody have any doubt? So if you have, you guys can discuss with me or you can share with me. And now if we talk about Article 156 is also there, that is from the term of office. Getting it? So these are some data that you have to take care. So what you find, the executive power of a state is best odd on the governor by the Article 154 of the Indian Constitution. So option C is going to be the most appropriate and correct answer for the same. I hope Shraddha, you are okay with the same. So executive power is mentioned under Article 154 of Indian Constitution, and it states that all the executive function is done on the name of the governor of the state students. Now the state governor is appointed by, so these are the questions where we have to mark the right answer and just leave, because there is no point of discussion, because we discuss a lot about the same. So central cabinet, chief justice of Supreme Court, speaker of Lok Sabha or president of India. So as we already discussed, governor is appointed by president of India. Is appointed by the president of India, and basically this governor is a connecting link for the state with the president. Okay, so he is a connecting link between the, because president can directly order the state, so that's why there will be a agent, there will be a representative of center in the state who will take care for the all matter. So the president of India is going to appoint the state governors. And students, you have to remember name of the state governors. Whenever you're going to participate in an examination, before that you have to check it. Okay, everyone. So state governor is appointed by the President of India. So governor appoint his power and other provision related to the office of governor discussed under Article 153 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, 153 to 162 of the Indian Constitution, students. I hope you all getting it. So he's a constitutional head, and basically he's binded to the advice of the Council of Ministers, students. Now see the question number 5. The appointment of a governor in a state is made as per the provision in the Constitution under. The appointment of a governor is mentioned under which of the following article, students? So we already discussed multiple article. Article 153 is mentioning about that there shall be a governor for each state. Article 154 is about the executive power. Okay. Article 155 is about the appointment of governor, and Article 156 is for the term of office of governor. Okay, so if you see this data, means it is a basically article based data these are, and if you know the right article, then definitely you can choose the right answer and just move to the next question. I hope you got it. So basically the article mentioned that basically the president appoint the governor of the state, okay, by warrant under his hand and seal. Okay, so he is the nominee of the central government in the state, and he will give information of the state to the center. If there is any wrongdoing, he will inform, and then president rule can be imposed. Now students, governor of a state, this is a multiple data based question, and this was in UPPSC pre 2004-2010. So governor of a state, he is appointed by the President of India. He hold office during the pleasure of the President of India. We all know there is no fixed tenure. He is the head of the state executive power, and he normally hold office for normally. I feel they are using word he officially hold office for at least 5 years. So that is going to be wrong. But if you see students, they included a word normally hold office for 5 years, then option D is going to be the more appropriate and correct, means all statements are correct, students. Okay, so we already discussed about the same. Okay, so appointment of president is by Article 155. He has a term of office, means he will function up to the pleasure of president. Okay, head of the executive power, Article 154. Okay, so just remember this, all of the following is correct for the same students. Now, who remain in office as long as the President of India wishes? Wish of the President of India means basically pleasure, till the time President want. So governor of a state, election commissioner, judges of Supreme Court, speaker of Lok Sabha. Student, election commissioner or election commission is included under Article 324 to 329. There is a condition. They hold office till they have there are a fixed tenure for them up to 65 years. Okay, let's suppose you want to remove them, then you need to go with the parliament. Judges of Supreme Court also has same power. If they are going to do any misconduct, in that case parliament can bring a removal procedure. Okay, and it is also means speaker of Lok Sabha, there is also provision for the removal. Students, governor has no such security. He need to function up to the pleasure of president. Whenever you observe, whenever the government change in the center, the state governor is going to be changed. Why? Because president wish is based on the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. So as governor post is just like a representative, it's just like a connecting link. So center want means it is the choice of the center which person is more loyal. That's why they are sending their loyal person to the state students. Okay. Now, so he hold office up to the pleasure of president under Article 156 of the Indian Constitution. It is mentioned who administer the oath of office and secrecy to the governor of their students. So president basically conducting oath for whom? Basically the Chief Justice of India, Vice President, Council of Minister, Prime Minister of the country. Along with that students, he is also subscribing oath for the UPSC, Election Commission, okay, or you can say there is a Finance Commission. So there is some constitutional post. These offices are administered by the President of India, okay. But if we talk about President subscribe oath by whom? By the Chief Justice of India. In the same format students, governor is appointed by, okay, by president and basically he oath by the Chief Justice of High Court. So Chief Justice of High Court is going to subscribe oath for the President of India, sorry, for the governor of the state. The Supreme Court subscribe oath for the President of India, and the Chief Justice of High Court is subscribe oath for the governor of a state students. Getting it? So the datas are easy, but you have to take care for it. So oath and affirmation is mentioned under Article 159 of the Indian Constitution students. Getting it? Now, governor's salary and allowance is given from. So from where it is given? Consolidate fund of the state, consolidate fund of India, contingency fund, it is basically emergency fund students. So now what is going to be right answer for the same? So from where he will get salary students, okay, from where he will get the salary. So as he working in the state, so state need to pay salary to him. So state consolidate fund under Article 266 clause 1 of the Indian Constitution, it is mentioning about the state consolidate fund. So he is earning salary from the consolidated fund of India. Okay, option A is correct. So Article 202 clause 3 of the Indian Constitution, it is mentioning that emoluments, allowance of the governor and other expenditure relating to his office are charged from the consolidate fund of the state students. Consolidate fund of the state. Okay. So under Article 266 clause 1 of the Constitution of India, a consolidate fund is basically constituted. Okay. So just remember the same. Okay. And students, governor is also entitled to certain benefit and allowance which shall not be diminished during the office of his, means till the time of his tenure. Okay everyone, very simple. Now we have question number 10. It was in UPPSC year 2016. When the same person is appointed as a governor of 2 or more state, the emolument and allowance payable to governor shall be, okay, if same person is governor for more than one state students. Now from where means he will get the salary, but who is going to decide ki how much salary he will get? Okay, so as expressed wishes of governor, as decided by the president, as decided by the home ministry, and it shall be allocated among the state in proportion as the president may be ordered to determine. So he will get only one salary, but let's suppose he is governor for two states. In that case there will be a ratio. Okay, so some amount given by one state and some amount given by the other state. So it is decided by basically the President of India. Okay, basically it is on the order of the President of India. Under Article 158 Clause 3 Subclause A students, it is mentioned a same person can be appointed as a governor for more than 2 states also. Okay, everyone. Now we have question number 11. Which of the following statement is correct? It was in UPPCS, Maharashtra PCS 2017. Just choose the right answer for the same students. The same person cannot be appointed as a governor for more state at the same time. What you have to choose? Which of the following is correct? So same person cannot be. So if we go through the Article 155, okay, and students, if you see, there was an amendment, that was 7th Constitutional Amendment Act 1956. It says that a same person can be appointed as governor for more than one state. So this statement is going to be wrong. Now, no procedure has been laid down in the Constitution of India for the removal of a governor from his post. No procedure has been laid down in the Constitution of India for removal of the president, for the removal of the governor from his post. Governor should be the member of either House of Parliament. It is also not needed. Governor appoints the chancellor of the universities in the state. He is the chancellor himself. So he is appointing vice chancellor. So what you find, student, there is no procedure laid down in the Constitution of India for the removal of the governor student. So we already discussed, and I already told you governor is the ex officio chairman, chancellor of the state universities. So what you find, recently it was in conflict in Tamil Nadu as well as in this Kerala, while basically this vice chairmen or chancellors are appointed by the governor. So there was some issue connected with the same provision, students. Now this question was in IAS pre 2013. Which one of the following statement is correct? You have to choose the correct answer from here. In India, the same person cannot be appointed as governor for 2 or more states at the same time. So we all know that this is wrong. A person can be appointed as governor for more than 2 states. Statement B says that the judges of High Court of a state in India appointed by governor. So we already discussed that the High Court judges are appointed by president, not by governor. Okay, so this is also going to be incorrect. No procedure has been laid down in the Constitution of India for removal of a governor from his post. So this question was previously state PSC, and this was in UPSC also. So in this case, Union Territory have a legislative setup. The Chief Minister is appointed by the Lieutenant Governor on the basis of majority support. So which of the following, students, is correct? So you'll find the students that there is no procedure is included in Constitution for the removal of the governor of a state. So Article 155 appointment, Article 156 is a term of office. Okay, so he function up to the pleasure of President of India for the term of 5 years. What is the knowledge plus here, students? As we all know, Article 74 of Indian Constitution binding President to act according to the Council of Ministers. In the same format, this provision is also applied on the governor of the state, but it is not, there is no modification done in this respect. Okay, everyone? Easy. Now, the Union Territory of India is administered by student who is going to take care for the Union Territories. So we all know how many Union Territory we have. We have 8 Union Territory. Largest one is the Ladakh. Smallest one is basically this Lakshadweep. And what you find, students, basically there will be these Union Territory are administered by the President of India, this Lieutenant Governors home minister or administrator. So see, these all are the union territory, and these union territory students, they are directly under the control of center. And who is the head of the center students? Basically the President of India. So President of India is basically head of the union territory, and he is appointing any administrator over that. Okay, let's suppose he may be the Lieutenant Governor of Union Territory students. Getting it? So see, this is also important. Option A is the more appropriate and correct data for the same. The Union Territory in India are administered by the President. A Union Territory is directly governed by the central government through a Lieutenant Governor who's representative of Indian President students. Now, who was appointed, or who student asked this question was in 2019. At that time it was is, but now it is was. So who was appointed as the first Lieutenant Governor of a Union Territory of the Ladakh students? So as we all know, this Ladakh came from the Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu Kashmir on 31st of October 2019. It means created as Union Territory. One is Jammu Kashmir and other is Ladakh. So Jammu Kashmir basically head was, means it, the Lieutenant Governor was Girish Chandra Murmu. Okay, and Ladakh was headed by Radha Krishna Mathur. But now both places Lieutenant Governor change. So GC Murmur is replaced with the Manoj Sinha. Okay, and Ladakh is by BD Mishra. He was initially the governor for the Arunachal Pradesh. So at that time answer was Radha Krishna Mathur, RK Mathur. Okay everyone, BD Mishra is now the governor for the, means Lieutenant Governor for the Ladakh. So Radha Krishna Mathur appointed as first Lieutenant Governor of Union Territory of Ladakh. This move has came after the center scraps provision for Article 370, and Jammu and Kashmir is basically came as a two Union Territory after the split. Okay everyone, so this data is also important, just remember it. Now, who among the following was the first Lieutenant Governor of newly created Union Territory of the Jammu and Kashmir? So it was in Uttarakhand PSC 2021. So but now it is not relevant. Okay, now names are changed. So Manoj Sinha, so here they are asking newly created. So newly was Girish Chandra Murmu, but Manoj Sinha is present Lieutenant Governor for the Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Okay, at that time it was GC Murmur. Okay, and students, GC Murmur now he is a CAG head, and he is basically the auditor for the executive auditor for the WHO also. Now we have question number 16. Who among the following governor of Madhya Pradesh has been the Chief Minister of Haryana? So initially he was the CM of Haryana, and then later he became the governor for Madhya Pradesh and Odisha also. So he functioned for the Odisha governor also, and the name was Dr. Bhagwat Dayal Sharma students. This is just a factual data that you have to keep in your mind. So Bhagwat Dayal Sharma, popularly known as Pandit Ji, and he was the first Chief Minister of the state of Haryana, and now student later he became the governor for the Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so see, sometime this data may ask in the state PSC examination, as it was in Madhya Pradesh PSC. So yes, it is Madhya Pradesh PSC type of data. This type of question UPSC never asks. Okay, everyone. Now see the question number 17. Okay, what it says that the original plan in draft constitution for having elected governor was dropped because. So students, what you find, our constitution maker when the draft was created, it says that basically governor should be elected. And there are some commission, they also recommended that governor should be elected. But yes, as we all know, if it is going to be elected, then definitely it is going to create a conflict between the governor and chief minister, governor and president. Okay, so that's why this idea was dropped, and we followed that. Okay, we will follow the Canadian system where the governor is appointed by the basically the center. Okay, so see why this plan was dropped. It would have meant another election. Okay, and the election would have been fought on major political issue. So the elected governor might have considered himself superior to the chief minister, and the governor had to function under the parliamentary system. Now students, if you read this question number, statement 3 and 4, you will find that these two statements are correct. Okay, now you have two more statements. So if you find, students, basically the answer means C is going to be more appropriate and correct for the same. So basically election is not fought on the major political issue. Okay, so 1, 3 and 4 is correct. Option C is correct for the same. Now here we have a statement. Statement 1, 3 and 4 are correct. The original plan in the draft of Indian Constitution having elected governor was dropped because of following reasons. So explanation are very greatly included here. That's why I just came to this point. Okay, so direct election of the governor is incompatible with the parliamentary system. It would mean have another election. Okay, the mode of direct election is more likely to create conflict between the governor and the chief minister of state, because if both is going to be elected, then there will be a ambition for the superiority. Okay, so he could not above the political ambition, means could not be above just give me a second, students. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back now. Sometime it's happen, but it's okay. Let me adjust myself. Okay, I hope it is okay now. If you feel doubt, just tell me. Okay, so what we are discussing, I was mentioning about this office. So he is not above the political means ambition, and in some situation he might claim real authority and consider himself as superior to the chief minister. Okay, so our elected governor would naturally belong to a party and would not be a natural person. So there will be an impartial head, and governor had to function under the parliamentary system. So that's why we are appointing the governor, not electing the governor. Consider the following statement, students. It was in Maharashtra PSC. The draft of constitution provide for direct election for the governor or on the basis of adult franchises. So yes, it was included, but it is removed. Okay, so the appointment of governor of India in India rejected the American system. We followed the Canadian system. This statement is also correct. And after the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, ministerial advice has been binding on the president, but no such provision has been made with respect to the governor. So I already told you, there was a modification at that time was done, and it says that president will act only according to the council of minister and prime minister, but this provision was not made for the governor. So option D is more appropriate and correct, because all these statements are correct, students. Okay, now consider the following and select the correct answer. Okay, you have to choose the correct answer for this here. So governor shall take oath or affirmation before entering upon his office. So whenever a governor is selected, he is going to subscribe oath. Okay. Second says that the format of oath and affirmation is given under third schedule of the Indian Constitution. So here third schedule is for the oath and affirmation, second for the salary, first for the union and state. So it is about the state list. Okay, so this is also correct. The governor shall make and subscribe oath or affirmation in the presence of Chief Justice of the High Court, or in absence of him, basically the senior most judge of the court. So this statement is also correct. The process of oath and affirmation is given under the Article 159 of the Indian Constitution. So under Article 159 of Indian Constitution, there is a basically process and basically condition for the oath and affirmation. So this statement 4 is also correct. So if you go to the more appropriate answer, answer number D will be right for the same students. So statement 1, 2, 3, 4 all are correct. Governor has to make and subscribe to an oath or affirmation before entering upon his office. Third schedule is about the oath and affirmation, and students, we already discussed about the articles. Now this question was in Maharashtra PSC 2017. Which of the following statements are correct? Article 153 to 167 is about the state executive. Okay. Article 153 basically is about the governor is appointed by the President of India. Means it is mentioning about the President of India as appointment of the governor. Supreme Court held that in 1978, office of governor of state is a constitutional office. So I am just reading this statement. The 6th Amendment says that 1956 facilitated the appointment of the same person as the governor for more than 2 states. Now students, just read the data carefully. We all know the union executive. So union executive is about Article 52 to 78. In the same format we have state executive. State executive is consist of governor, okay, council of minister, chief minister, and students attorney general of state, AGS. So statement 1 is totally correct. Okay. If we talk about appointment of the governor, is mentioned under Article 155, not under Article 153. Okay, 153 is about there shall be a governor for each and every state. Okay, and Supreme Court given the judgment in 1979, not in 1978. And this amendment was 7th Amendment, when this provision was made that a governor can be appointed as a governor for more than one state. So what you find is statement 2 is incorrect, statement 3 is incorrect, statement 4 is incorrect. So we will go with the following means option. We have 1 and 3 statement are correct, 4 is statement wrong. 1 statement is correct, 2, 3, 4 is statement are wrong. Okay, 1, 2 statement are correct, 3, 4 statement are wrong. So what we find by reading the statement, statement 1 is correct and other statements are wrong. Okay everyone, so statement 1 is correct as Article 153 to 167 part 6 of Indian Constitution is mentioning about the state executive. Getting it? Easy. So the Constitution deals with the state executive. State executive consists of these offices, and we already discussed about the same students. Okay, now we have question number 21. The term of governor office is normally of 5 years, but it may get terminated earlier as a result of. So we all know that governor can be in office for 5 years in normal condition, but his office is under the threat or control. So how he can be removed? So by dismissal by the president on the advice of prime minister. Okay, dismissal by president on the advice of chief minister, dismissal by the president on advice of CGI, or resignation. So we all know the president of India, on the pleasure of president of India, governor will function till he want. So this statement 1 is very, very correct. Okay, and president will not going to take advice for the chief minister or the Supreme Court or High Court judge for the removal of a governor. And students, governor can give resignation to whom? To the president of India. So statement 1 and 4 is going to be correct and other are incorrect. So statement 1 and 4 is under option C. So option C will be right for the same students. I am just reading this explanation, so just you to means to make you understand. So governor hold office for the term of 5 years from the date on which he enter upon his office. However, the term is subjected to the pleasure of the president of India. Students, we already discussed. Okay, governor can also resign at the time by addressing a resignation letter to the president of India. Now, question number 22 we have, it was in Madhya Pradesh PSC. The correct constitutional position regarding governor is that the governor act on the advice of prime minister. Okay, governor act on the advice of president of India, governor act on the advice of chief minister of the state, and governor act on the advice of council minister of the state. So he will take advice of whom? Okay, so we all know governor as well as the president of India, they are depend on the council of ministers. So they will take the advice from the council of minister. And for the governor students, it is included under article 163 of the Indian Constitution. There shall be a council of minister headed by chief minister to aid and advise the governor of India or governor of a state for exercising his or her duty. So now there is a factual data, there is a different comment are made on the different constitutional provision students. So now there is another very important comment on over the post of governor. Governor is a bird in golden cage. Golden cage, you means that it is very precious, and governor is basically a bird in that. Means it is mean that he is a very beautiful structure, but he is what? He is enclosed. He has limitation. What bird want? Freedom. But it says that okay, governor has a golden cage, so he want to live here. So this statement was made by Sarojini Naidu ji, as she was the first female governor as well as the first governor of the UP, Uttar Pradesh. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, she was the cousin of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and she was the first United Nations secretary. Okay, so she was. Okay, C. Rajgopalachari, we all know he is the first Governor General of India, independent India, first Indian. Okay, so just remember this. Okay, everyone. So we all know governor has limited power. He has to work according to the advice given by the Council of Ministers and Chief Minister of the state. Now, question number 24 we have, who stated that the governor is the watchdog of the constitutional propriety and the link which bind the state to center, thus securing the unity in India. Students, it was made by B.G. Khear, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, M.V. Payali or K.M. Munshi. So basically this statement was made by Kanhaiya Lal Manik Lal Munshi, basically this is, he's a watchdog of the constitutional property in the state, and he's connecting state to the center, students. Okay, everyone. So just take the data. So according to K.M. Munshi, the governor is the watchdog of the constitutional property and the link which bind the state to the center, thus securing the constitutional unity of India. And K.M. Munshi was also known by his pen name Ghanshyam Vyas. So he was the member of ad hoc flag committee and constitutional or constituent assembly, students. Okay, everyone, very simple. Now, who appoint the governor of Jammu and Kashmir? So this question was in year 2002. So now we all know that this provision is removed here, and there is a lieutenant governor concept in the Jammu and Kashmir, because it is converted as, just give me a second, students, because it is converted as a union territory. So now the President of India appointing lieutenant governor, and initially he was the governor was also appointed by the President of India, but now it is a union territory. So under Article 239 clause A, it is going to be appointed. Question number 26, we have which of the following statement is correct? Okay, and it was in UPPSC 2009. Read it carefully. The governor of Punjab is concurrently administrator of the Chandigarh. The governor of Kerala is concurrently the administrator of the Lakshadweep. So we all know, students, in union territory there are administrator, and they are appointed by the President of India. Okay, now just see the map of the Punjab and Chandigarh. If you see, let's suppose this is Punjab, this is Haryana here. So this is divided into this format. This one is Punjab and this one is Chandigarh. Sorry, this one is Haryana. And Chandigarh is a small union territory, a very developed city at that time. Chandigarh in Punjab, students. So there is a provision made, okay, and it says that the Punjab governor will be the administrator for the Haryana students. Chandigarh, and this provision was made in 1985. Okay, year for this provision. But if you see the map of Kerala, so Kerala is here, Lakshadweep is here. So there is no geographical boundary over the Lakshadweep for the Kerala. So for that purpose, students, only statement 1 is correct. There is a separate administrator for Lakshadweep. Okay, everyone. So only 1 is correct. Punjab has administrator for the Chandigarh, and he will be the governor for the Punjab also, students. Okay, now see the question number 27. And which one of the following statement is about the governor of Maharashtra is true? It was in Maharashtra PSC 2019. So statement A says that he can nominate 1 member to the Legislative Council from the Anglo-Indian community. Now students, this was in 2019. We all know now there is no provision to appoint anyone as a Anglo-Indian in the Legislative Assembly, including the Lok Sabha student. Nomination is now removed. He can nominate at least 2 members of Legislative Assembly from the Anglo-Indian community. So this both is incorrect. And he has given a special responsibility under Article 371 clause 2. So we all know 371 is for the special provision of the state. Okay, then we have statement number D. He cannot reserve the bill for the consideration of the president. We all know any governor can control a bill, and he can reserve a bill for the president reconsideration. So statement number C is correct for the same, students. Under Article 371 clause 2 is about the provision for the governor of Maharashtra for special responsibility. Okay, so as per Article 371 clause 2, governor ensures full integration of people of Vibhadra and Maratha ward area with the area of erstwhile state of the Bombay students. So governor has special responsibility through a presidential order for the establishment of two separate development board for the Vibhadra and Maratha ward and rest of Maharashtra students. So he may ensure equitable allocation of fund for the development expenditure over the said area students. Getting it? So he may provide equitable arrangement to provide adequate facility like technical, educational, vocational training, employment under the state under the control of the state government students. Now question number 28 we have, under which article of the Indian Constitution a governor refer any bill for the approval to the President of India? Very important students, and this was in news also, in present news. Why? Because there are some 5 bills, it says that in Kerala is reserved by the governor for the president reconsideration, and that is very time taking because there is no time boundary for the same. So it is mentioned on article 200 of the Indian Constitution students. Okay, so we already discussed about these things. Okay, he can withhold a bill for president reconsideration. Once the bill is going to be withheld by governor, now all matter is means it is over the President of India. He can give his assent or he may delay this assent students. Okay, getting it? Simple, just remember it. Okay everyone. Now, which among the following article of Indian Constitution empower the governor to issue ordinance? We all know students, the president has power to issue ordinance, and when the ordinance is going to be issued, ordinance is issued when, let's suppose, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are not in session and any urgent law required. So he has power to issue ordinance under Article 123. In the same format students, governor of a state also has power under Article 213 of Indian Constitution for the ordinance. Okay, so this is important, just try to remember this also, and this is going to be important. Getting it? So Article 213 empower the governor to issue ordinance. Governor can promulgate ordinance when a state legislature is not in session. These ordinances must be approved by the state legislature within 6 weeks from its first reassembly, or it can be maximum exist for 6 months. Okay, now this will be your homework students. According to which article of the Constitution of India the chief minister is appointed by governor of state? We already discussed this question, so just give the right answer in the comment box. And now I'm just going to close this session. We will meet tomorrow for the same time and for the same session students. As I told you, this book is going to be panacea for your examination, so you must go with the book for your better understanding, better reach and better marks students. So this is available for history, geography, polity, economy as well as general science. It is 100% error free, knowledge plus with a typical question. Previous year question bullets are there and free package chapter test is also there. Thank you so much for joining and listening students.